Alright, let's see how well this goes. Yep, that's the right microphone. Alright, looks good. Alright. Alright. Alrighty. Hello everybody. We've got 1 concurrent viewer, 3 concurrent viewers. We'll give this a refresh. Yep. Alrighty. Hello everybody. Yep. Alright, it is Monday, April 10th, 2023. Hello everybody. Another live stream so early. Yes, very early. 9 o'clock at night, in fact. Yo. I apologize I missed your live stream because I was very tired. Oh, you're fine. I found an NOS Phantom Fury and I might get it. Where did you find that? I've been trying to find one of those for like 2 decades. Garage sale? What? You should buy that and then sell it to me. That's my suggestion. You don't have to, but it'd be awesome. I've always wanted to find a new Unbox Fury, but I'll probably find one at some point. There is one on eBay right now, but it's not NOS. It's a very, very broken one. And they still want $200 for a broken one, which is not good. Ew. They're not one of those people who don't even know how to photograph it properly. Yeah, it's not good. Yikes. Found a filter on eBay. Is that even the right filter? That's not even the right filter. But it's $300. Oh god. I will happily pay $300 for that. I don't have $300 right now, but I'll happily buy it when I have the money. Actually, no, I do have $300. I could buy it. So yeah, I will. You should message me the link to that, and so I can buy it. I'm going to contact the seller and try to talk them down. Yeah. So is it at a garage sale or is it called garage sale? Or you said Verage sale? Was that a typo or is it actually called that? They don't ship, sadly, but it's in my area. Darn it! I really want that. Oh well. Phantoms are hard to find some of these days. Yeah, that's true. In some of your videos, I never understood why people cut the power cords of vacuums. Usually scrappers do it as a way to sell the cord for copper, which they don't really get a lot for it, but they do it just because they don't want to fix the actual vacuum for some reason, even though that would definitely make them more money. But a lot of times it's people who are, you know, not really thinking about it. Do 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 do.
Do 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 do.
Do 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 do. How dare you? Did you just steal my nickel?
That's a dime.
Did you just steal my double nickel?
Yes.
How dare you?
I know, fire me.
You're fired.
Okay. No, you just came in.
Ruby, are you being stupid?
Like, not even 2 minutes ago. You just came in.
Ruby, are you being stupid? Oh, Ruby. Are you being stupid? Are you being stupid? Are you being stupid? Hi, boopers. Hi, Ruby. I will probably get it and message you on Messenger if you have me added. I don't know if I do or not, but I will add you if you message me. I'll check my message requests. Yes, doggo. I can't find a phantom. You'll find one day, don't worry. I got a Hoover Breathe Easy the other day. The bearings sound like crap on it, but don't worry, I'll throw it out my window soon enough. Yeah. That's the way to do it. You'll be breathing a lot easier when you throw that thing out the window. For sure. Do 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 do. Yo. Yo 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 yo. Yo. I got a 1996 Kenmore Power Path, but doesn't have Power Path on the back door. Weird. Are you running your microphone through an audio interface? Your audio is so clear. Nope, it's just a Blue Yeti microphone. It's like a $100 mic. It's just USB. It's not XLR. It's just USB. I just have it plugged into a really long USB 3 cable, or not USB 3, but a mini USB cable, like the same ones that PS3 controllers use, and it's just plugged right into my computer. Did you fix your guitar? My guitar was never really broken. Doo-doo. Where are you going? Oh, to take Peyton to work?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
I had to go in there.
Alrighty. Hey, are you going to go to Motomart on the way home?
I don't know why.
I want a drink.
What kind?
I don't know. Something that's liquid, preferably.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Oh, there's a seatbelt. This fucking heavy thing. Yeah, this is supposed to be lightweight. It is not lightweight. It's very, very heavy. I could do workouts with this thing. And it's a SIBO, so if I drop it, it'll be okay.
Don't actually drop it, though.
I'm not gonna drop it. I'm saying if I did, I'd more likely drop it on my head. Ooh, that hurts. Yeah, don't be fooled. That material is not a bag. It's just a filter. That's the way to exercise, is just lift a vacuum above your head a bunch of times and drop it on the floor. And if you want to do some lighter workouts, I've got that covered too. Something a bit lighter. Someone locally was supposed to buy this, and they never did. So if anyone wants this, give me money, and I'll give this to you. Yeah. Look, I didn't even do it one hand. One hand. Oh, did you just hear my arm pop? Ah. Don't drop it. We've got one more. We got one more over here. This one's. This one's also pretty heavy when you lift it above your head. You can tell I used that one because it's full of dirt. Alrighty. Oh, I didn't get new strings for my guitar, no. Alright, I responded to your message, TR. But no, this guitar is still very out of tune. How's the dart? It's very dart-like. It's very darty. It's very darty. That blue dynamite is not worth 70. I'm not selling it for 70. I'm selling it for 39. Yeah, someone said I'll give you 35 for it. That's close. So it shouldn't say 70. It should say 39. I just listed it. Did I type the price in wrong? I could have sworn I said 39. Oh, there's a Power Force. Oh, ew. It's one of the newer ones. Let me look. I may have done this wrong. No, 39. Oh, or wait. Did I not mark it as free shipping? Is that why it's saying 70 for both? I don't know. Okay, it won't even let me see the shipping. Facebook is so broken. I'm about to just start selling on eBay because eBay has been pissing me off, but it literally, like, I set this up for both shipping and local, and I'm not seeing any of the shipping information on here. It's only showing it as if it's local, which is really annoying. Did you get the new Power Force yet? What new Power Force? Very dart, yes. Kirby's in the USA use standard vacuum belts. Kirby's in Russia use rubber bands for belts. Doesn't surprise me. Sorry to interrupt, or is if you can turn on one of your vacuums with a bad motor. I'd rather not. I know your name is Siren Guy, but I'm not going to be running any sirens in my house. Don't sell on eBay, it's worse than Facebook. I know it is. That's how I got ripped off on this phone. The only time I've ever gotten ripped off on eBay, because the seller never uploaded the tracking information for this, and then eBay closed the return because I didn't ship it in time, even though I couldn't because there was the wrong tracking information. But eBay said you should have just shipped it anyways. And I'm like, the seller wouldn't have even gotten it back. I was trying to do the right thing by making sure the seller updated the shipping information, because I reached out to the seller. I said it was incorrect. And they just didn't fix it. Even though I knew that that information was incorrect, because I didn't want to get dinged for it if it got shipped back, and then then the seller could have just said, "Oh, I never got it back, so no refund." So I was trying to avoid that. And eBay was like, "Well, you still didn't ship it in time, so we're going to close this case." I'm like, "Okay, well, I'm going to reopen the case." So like, "Well, we're going to keep closing it forever." And they're like, "Your only option is to go through PayPal." So I open up a claim with PayPal, and then it just disappears off my PayPal, the whole claim. Like I never even submitted it in the first place. It's ridiculous. I spent $200 for this phone, and has so many physical problems with it, and I don't know what to do at this point. It's really frustrating because I want my $200 back. So, yeah, frustrating. Just stupid. Who wants a Dynamite? I don't trust selling on eBay because they charge them listing fees. Well, yeah, every company does. I saw a video by YouTube called Dangpod saying his packages were destroyed by eBay, so I stopped using eBay. That's just the global shipping program. I don't use that. I only ship domestically. And the issue wasn't like the global shipping program. It was literally just they just simply lied about what the phone was. Because in the listing and the description it said this phone's in new condition. And this phone does not look like the phone that was in the pictures. So it's covered in scratches. The screen has image burn. It has issues registering certain SIM cards. It's just messed up all around. The vibration motor is defective on it. It's just really bad. Not worth $200. I literally paid more for this 2017 phone than I did for this 2020 phone, and they're the same series. And this was more expensive when it was new, several years after this one, because again, I paid that money expecting to get a new condition device and not just a used one. But they lied, and they got away with it. Don't you love it? And they're the only people on eBay selling Note FEs, so I don't really have a choice. But yeah, selling online can be certainly frustrating. I only buy vacuum parts on eBay nowadays. Buying vacuums from eBay nowadays is a waste of money. Yeah. That Whirlwind that I bought however many years ago, the wheels are just randomly all rusted. I don't even know how that happened. So I can't do anything with that Whirlwind. But yeah, so that's pretty much that. Did you try oiling the wheels? Didn't do anything. like when I say rusted, I mean like they're hard locked up. Like wheel does not spin at all. Get an AO3S. I've pretty good. I have mine for 2 years. I don't know why would I get an AO3? I mean, yeah, it's a bad idea. I have a flagship phone. I didn't buy this to be my main phone. I bought it because I collect the Galaxy Note phones. And so I wanted one in good condition. And that's not what I got. I would just use it to kind of get my money's worth out of it that way, but the screen has burn-in, so it's really annoying to use. I still use it on occasion, just around the house, because this is one of my favorite phones out of the series because it's really compact and fits in my hand really well, and it's really nice to use. though. Still has a pretty decent camera too, which is interesting. Yeah. Got a Note 7, lol. Yeah. It's what it is. The Note Fan Edition is literally just the Note 7, but it's the version with a smaller battery so it doesn't explode. I have a real Note 7 somewhere in this stack of phones. I don't know where it is. Oh, it's right here. So this is my real Note 7. It's probably dead though because the battery sucks in it. That's my real Note 7. But I don't use it because since it was recalled, there's no software updates, so it's very, very old version of Android. It's Android 6 and we're on Android 12 right now, I think. And I think this is boot looping now, which is not good. Yep, it's boot looping. That's not good. I might have to put it on the charger. I replaced the battery in it, so even though the battery that's in here, it doesn't perform well, at least it's not going to explode. Which, to be fair, the original one probably wasn't going to anyways. How is the Elite 2? It's doing pretty good. Pretty good. I have no complaints as far as the Elite 2. I've been very much enjoying it. I haven't used it since the video, though, because there's so many vacuums I've been using. See, it's booting up now. I just put it on a charger, on a wireless charger, so now it's booting up just fine. So, yep, 0%. Yeah, that makes sense. So you can see it booted up. Of course, it's at 0, and I just took it off the charger, so it's about to die, probably. Yep, just turned off. But yeah. So the Elite 2 is definitely doing pretty good. I haven't used it in a while. I'd keep the Elite 2 next to the SL4110A. It's quiet from what I can tell. It's definitely one of the quietest out of my Elites. I believe it's the second quietest. It's the second quietest Elite I have. The 350 is a little bit quieter, but it's very, very close. They're still loud, but it's not like ear-piercingly loud. It's like what a modern vacuum would sound like. Is the Hoover Elite better than the Bissell Singer? Honestly, so I've had the Singer, well, the Bissell branded version, and I've had the Elites, and I do think the Elites in general are a little bit better overall, but there's definitely some things about the Bissells that I like more. The belt, changing the belt and maintaining them is much easier on the Bissells, and also the metal design on the Bissells kind of a little bit better as far as build quality. But the hoods are also really brittle and break pretty easy compared to the Elites, and they're just not as premium. So, at the end of the day, the Bravos and the Singers are still ultimately just knockoff Elites. So, you know, why go with the RC Cola when you can have Pepsi? I say that as I'm drinking a Faygo. What about the Eureka Bravo? I just mentioned the Bravo. Well, here's the thing. I have two Bravos right now. I have a Eureka Bravo 2, which I do plan on keeping. So, you know, Bravo 2 and Elite 2. But I also have a Eureka Boss Light, which is still in a Bravo. And it has a bad fan in it. So it's incredibly loud. And that one I'm going to get rid of. I've been trying to sell it for a while now, but I haven't actually bothered to list it anywhere. So if anybody wants a Bravo, I am selling that one. I've been selling it for however many years at this point. But if anybody wants a Eureka Boss Light, it's for sale. There's a ton of vacuums I have for sale. I try to mention this every stream in case people want them. But I'm selling the Hoover Dimension Supreme more than likely because I don't know, like I just don't, after having an Elite 2, I'm not as enthralled with, is enthralled a word? I'm not as interested in the Dimension Supreme platform anymore. I also have the Hoover Power Max 2, which I'll buy the blue Smart Vac. I don't have a blue Smart Vac. I have a red Smart Vac, but I don't have a blue Smart Vac. But yeah, no, I didn't say I was selling a Smart Vac. I'm selling the What Eurekas am I selling? I'm selling a Eureka Boss Super Light. I'm selling a Eureka Boss Light. So a Bravo and a Super Light. What else? I'm selling... Hey! Super chat from Jerry OD1. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much. Believe it or not, you're the first super chat of 2023. So congratulations. Thank you very much. It's weird. I used to get super chats all the time back in 2022, but this year I haven't got any, which is weird. I mean, I'm not complaining, but yeah, first super chat of the year, and it happened in April. So thank you very much for that. I really appreciate it. So yeah. By the way, that you just reminded me. I just recently reapplied for the Amazon affiliate program. Did I say that right? Yeah, Amazon affiliate program. So I've been recently updating a lot of my reviews, and at this point, most of my vacuum reviews that have Amazon links are affiliate links. Most of them. There's a couple I still need to update, but I know there's a good chunk of my recent reviews from this year where the videos that feature Amazon links are my actual Amazon Associates links. So if you buy one of those things, if you buy one of those products with my link and you click on the link that's in the video description and you buy that product, I get a small kickback. It helps out the channel. It doesn't cost you any extra money. You still buy it the same way. There's no extra fees or anything. It's just like it normally would be, but if you use the link if you use the link to click on it and you add it to your cart and buy it, I get a small kickback, and that goes directly back into the channel and helps me buy more vacuums and also realistically be able to keep living in this house. So if now, no pressure, obviously I'm not going to tell you to buy something that you weren't going to buy, but if it's something you were going to buy anyways and it's something I have listed in one of my videos and it's a part you were planning on buying, then by all means, use my link. Doesn't take any extra effort. Just click on the link, proceed through checkout as normal, and a small kickback gets sent to the channel. So that's really good. And again, no pressure, but if it's something you want to do, if you want to support the channel without actually needing to spend any money, assuming you were buying something that you were going to buy anyways, then that's a great way to help out the channel as well. And again, costs you nothing out of pocket, but it's a great way to do that. And while there is definitely no pressure for that, the only thing that I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to make sure that at least some people use it, because if it doesn't, I believe I have 180 days. It's either 90 days or 180 days. It might be 90. So as long as a few people buy stuff with the links, then my account is going to stay in good standing and it'll stay up, because there's a certain threshold that has to be met before I'm actually permanently accepted into the program. So it's a little wonky. But yes, so that's pretty much that. And yeah. So that's pretty good. Also, I'm working on getting channel membership set up, but it's really confusing. So at some point there will be a join button on the channel, but I haven't got that far yet. So, but that's one of the goals that I plan on getting taken care of this year. So that way there is that. So once I get that set up, it'll be another way to help the channel. So, but of course that's not active at the moment. But in the meantime, just simply watching, liking the videos, subscribing, sharing the videos if you like them and find them helpful is greatly appreciated. And I love all you guys so much. So that's pretty much that. Alrighty, so let's see what chats we just missed. You said you had a blue one rotting in the basement. Oh, I guess I have like a teal one. I thought you meant like a dark blue one. Yeah, because the dark blue one is my mother-in-law's. But yes, I do have a teal one in the basement. So yeah, I would be open to selling that one, of course. There's a good number of machines that I'm selling. Dirt Devil Vision Swivel Glide, I'm selling. My Lindhouse, my Nilfisk Advance Power 130, which I recently reviewed. That is for sale. My Dyson DC07 All Floors is for sale. Dyson DC14 All Floors is for sale. And a Dyson DC33 Multi-Floor is soon for sale. So that is pretty much that. And there's definitely a few other machines I'm selling as well, but you get the idea. brief intermission. I think I accidentally turned on ads in this stream because I just got a pop-up that said an ad just played. So I think I might have turned on ads by accident. So if you just saw an ad, my apologies. I didn't notice it until right when it said it was about to play. So I was like, Alright. Would you take $40 for the Teal Smart Vac? Yeah, of course. And by the way, you still have the orange Empower. Yes, that one's also in the basement as well. At least I think it's still there. Yeah, so I do still have both those machines. I told Dylan you said the Shark Stratos is loud. Okay. Dylan Pereira? Or Chalmers? Anyways. I subscribed just now. Lovely. Good to hear. My Gmo stick vac turned into a siren. Ooh, that's not good. By the way, oh, I just read that. The live stream is ruined with ads. Oh no. Well, that's not good. Let me turn that off. Wait, am I able to edit it in the middle of the stream? There we go. Let me turn that off. Okay, I just turned off the mid-roll ads. I accidentally had that checked. So, shouldn't get any more ads. That should just be a one-off. Alrighty. Got 11 concurrent viewers. That's good. Another thing, how many Hoover Elites do you have? Too many. Is a 2191 Power Force Helix a good vacuum? I'd say so for the price. I think the bagged version is definitely the preference. Or if you're not able to get the bagged, I would say spend the extra couple bucks and get the turbo variant, because the cyclone on that one is a little bit more effective and it has a longer cord. But the standard Power Force Helix will work in a pinch as long as you don't care about the hose and the cord length. Hey, long time no see. Indeed. This phone is very slow, this Nokia. Oh, that's very slow. I'm trying to turn it off and it's activating Google for some reason. Stupid. Oh, I have to press the power button in the settings. That's stupid. Alright. I own 7 Elites. Honestly, I probably own as many as Rick Hoover does at this point. So let me think off the top of my head. I've got the Elite 2. I've got the Elite 350. I've got the 1988 Hoover Runabout, which I am selling, by the way. I've got the Hoover Power Max 2, which I'm probably selling. Wait, let me redo that. So I've got the Power Max 2, which I'm selling. The 1988 Runabout, which I'm selling. The Dimension Supreme, which I'm selling. I've got 2 Soften Lights. I sold the broken one. So I have 2 Soften Lights. I've got the Breathe Easy, not Breathe Easy. I don't have a Breathe Easy. The Caddy Vac. I've got the Convertible Elite. I'm trying to think. What else? I've got the Elite Supreme. And is that it? Is there another one I'm missing? Or is that it? 5, 6, 7, 8. So I've got 8 elites at least. I'm trying to think if there's any others I'm forgetting. Nope, I already said the 2 Soften Lights. I said the Elite 2. I said the Elite 350. Wait, did I count the Elite 350 in that? In that stack? I have either 8 or 9 elites. So I've got more than you, Rick, which is kind of funny. And I fully blame. I wish Grayson Richard was here, so I could curse him out for getting me stuck on these elites. I could be like, "It's your fault," and he'd be like, "Ha ha 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 ha." But yes. I'm jealous now, lol lol lol. Yeah. We're jealous of me? Of my elites? I think yours are probably more interesting. Don't you have an elite too? What elites do you have, Rick? I forgot exactly what elites you have. You have a power drive too. Technically, I also have a power drive, but it's in the basement and it's beyond fucked. So I guess technically I've got like 10 elites. I've got like 9 or 10 elites in total. One of them's kind of shitty, but because even if it did fully work, I would hate it because I can't stand self-propelled bullshit. But what? Grayson Richard is the elite king. Yes, he's got the army of elites. The army of elites. Maybe I should do a video. Chances the motor bat and the power drive. I don't know. I haven't ran that thing in literal years, and it's been through like 3 different basement floods. Every machine. Do you like Andrew Tate? No, I fucking hate Andrew Tate. Anyways, all the machines that are in the basement have been flooded, so they probably don't run. But I don't know. I know in the case of my Hoover Elite canister, but the wind tunnel canister, I know for a fact that the power head stopped working, but the suction motor still works in it. So I'm technically selling that one, but obviously the power head stopped working. So maybe it's fixable. I don't know. I don't feel like working on it. You know, I'm basically going to sell it as if it doesn't have a power head. You just get a free power head with it that doesn't really work all the time. So I wasn't even really planning on selling that. I was just going to throw it away. But if somebody really wants it, I'll sell it. A blue 98 Dimension Supreme. They made a blue one? Ooh. Nice. 96 Turbo Power 4000, 92 Legacy 810, 91 Elite 5.0 Red Encore Supreme, wine-colored runabout. Nice. Howdy. Hello, Ezra. Yeah, that's quite the elite collection. I don't remember the names off of all of mine off the top of my head. I only remember the year for the runabout because I remember it specifically being the white runabout with the striped bag that everybody loves so much. Do you know when he was in high school, I used to be friends with a gay guy? Are you talking to me or are you talking to somebody else? Dylan and Justin, I don't keep all of them anymore, and I do have my childhood Auric XL Classic and Shark Vertex and Hoover Power Scrub Elite. False connection? My aunt had a Crimson Legacy. Ooh. All self-propelled vacuums are like 20 pounds at that point. It'd just be less work to use a non-self-propelled vacuum. That's exactly my point. Does anyone know the difference between the UK Turbomaster and the Turbo Power? I've been wanting to know. I do not, but Rick can probably... Rick can probably explain that in a way way better than I possibly could ever at all. I'm drinking a Faygo, which I love drinking Faygo because it sounds like a homophobic slur, but it's not. It's great. And I love the can. It looks like it's from like straight out of 2003 with its design. There's something about Faygo that I love. It's definitely the best out of all the generic colas. And yeah, and you can get a 4-pack of these at the Dollar Tree for $1.25. 5 quarters. That's almost a quarter a piece. That's basically a quarter a piece. If it was a 5-pack, it would literally be a quarter a piece. So I mean, this can cost me a quarter. Can't go wrong with that. Is it good? No. But for a quarter, I'll take it. Does anyone know the difference between... I just read that. What do you think about Abyssal Power Force Compact? I don't like any of them, honestly. There's not a single version of that machine that I like. The EasyVac has a lot of problems. The original Power Force Compact, the black one that also came in some colors, the 23T7, has a lot of issues with this design. But out of all of the versions, that one's probably my favorite. And, well, that or the EasyVac. Either one of those earlier ones are my favorite out of that design. But the newer ones are just really bad. Like, they clean okay, it's just the build quality's way worse. Bissell made a CleanView Compact. Yeah, they made a few different versions of the CleanView Compact. I do plan on reviewing the new Power Force Deluxe at some point. Oh, I just flopped that. Hello. Yes. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. I got an ad. How did you get an ad? I just turned off the ads. Because before it told me whenever the ads popped up. I mean, unless it doesn't let me change it in the middle of the stream, which I suppose is possible, but it let me change the settings. Let me check it again. Yeah. Live ad settings. Automatically place mid-roll ads during your stream. That box is unchecked. It says by default mid-roll ads are placed. And I have that box unchecked, so it shouldn't be on. Is that a powerlifter bagged pet and a V11 in the background? No. V11, yes. Powerlifter bag, no. That is a Eureka Whirlwind Lightspeed. But yes. Everyone, how's your Easter? I forgot Easter even happened, to tell you the truth. I didn't do anything yesterday. I didn't even leave the house. say your intro. That was so funny last time. Remember that? What's up, guys? Intellitech Studios here, and today we're going to be doing a live stream on the YouTubes and whatnot. I think it peaks. I think if I'm really close to the mic, it gets really loud. You should do a remix on your intro. I don't know, maybe. It's entirely possible. What is that sound? I don't know. Electrolux still owns AEG, if I remembered. Eureka is now owned by Medea, and Sanitaire is owned by Bissell. So any vacs in storage at the moment. I don't have a storage unit, so no. All of my vacuums that I own are at my house. I guess unless you count the ones that like are at my mom's house that got sold. Do 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 do. I removed all the vacuums in my storage unit. For real, the Shark Stratos screams. It really does. It's really bad. Yeah, Eureka doesn't really have much clout outside of the US. Ruby, what are you doing? You better not pee there. I mean, you've been really good about that, but... Hello. Are you coughing? You okay? Ruby, are you okay? Got a lump in your throat? Ruby? Ruby? Hi, baby. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. Hello, sausage. Hello, sausage. Is that Ruby? Yes, that is Ruby. Oh. You want to go outside? Looks like I'm letting out the dog real quick. You guys behave, I'll be right back. Alright. Hello, everybody, again. What's up, everybody? My grandma has a Shark Duo. It's blue and it has hose slits and a filthy brush roll, and she always and she says she's putting it inside the robe. I bought it for $15. Amp not am Dan can't even spell today. Huh? Yep. That tends to happen. Yep. Do. I'm looking at getting a box for one of those phantoms. For one of the phantoms this week. Phantoms? What phantoms? Wait, were you that person who was selling those two Furies? Or is that somebody else? I know there was someone offering to sell two Furies to me, but I don't know if that was you or not. Fury and the Cyclone XT. Oh, that's you? Oh, that's cool. I never knew that. Yeah, that's awesome. I didn't know that was you. Huh. I didn't know you were that was Wizard. Huh. Cool. Hey, it's almost 11, so peace out. Alright, see you later, Justin. My friend at school in cooking class said, "Fat me up." That's a mood. What do y'all think about the Dirt Devil Eye? I do have a Dirt Devil Eye. But they're taking up too much space. I gotta get them out of here, plus they remind me too much of the ex-husband. Yeah, sorry you went through that, man. That really sucks. But I mean, you know how I am. You said it yourself. There's a ton of vacuums that I was trying to buy off of you. So, if any of those, I don't want to say it like this because it sounds insensitive when I don't mean it to. But if they remind you too much of him and you want to sell them, then yeah, I'd be interested. Because I want the Phantoms. I want that. I think he had like one or two Dysons I wanted. I can't even remember at this point. But he had some stuff. So, sorry you had to go through that. That really sucks. I've been there and yeah. I prefer the Bosch and Vax versions. They're more interesting. I agree. Between the two, I prefer the Bosch version. The Bosch and the Vax versions. I actually have the Turbo Brush from the Vax version. So I'd like to get the matching machine. Plus the purple is objectively better than the red. But, I'm fine with either. They're actually decent machines. But I still need to get my eye fixed up. I've had it for years and I still haven't fixed it. Can you make a video of your Dirt Devil Eye? See, I figured that was going to be the question that comes up next because I've been requested to do a video on that. I will do a video on it at some point. It is my goal this year to get a video on that done. I know that sounds like a cop-out because it's the whole year, but there's so many things I want to do videos on this year. And I'm starting to really... It's funny because at the beginning of this year... So, here's my idea that I'm gonna suggest, and I'm gonna ask you guys what you think. So, there's a ton of videos I want to do. There's a ton of vacuums I want to get, and a ton of videos I want to make on the vacuums I already have. But of course, I have so many. So, I'm thinking about doing a video listing what my goals for 2023 are in terms of... In terms of... My only Dysons are the DC-14 in navy blue and the V11 outsize. Both were his, and I can't sell quite yet. I thought you had the 14, the low kit, or the full kit. Didn't you have a full kit too? Because I know you said you were keeping the blue 14 because it's the newer plastic. I could be wrong. I may be remembering it incorrectly, but I thought you said that you replaced the full kit. I don't think you said whether or not you were selling the full kit. But I know you said that in terms of your daily, you said that it was the full kit and you replaced it with a plus, right? I guess I could go back and look at the messages, but I don't really. It takes too much time. He threw it. He made me get rid of it. He threw it out. Oh, that bitch. He threw it out? Didn't you, like, completely refurbish that full kit, though? Yeah, that's really... Yeah, your ex is a piece of shit. That's not... That's not acceptable. Anyways, we'll change the subject. Let's see. Yeah, I felt that 3 Dysons and a carpet washer was too much. Yeah, your ex is a piece of shit. So, I mean, yeah, I don't know what kind of piece of shit you have to be like, oh, you have a hobby that you spend a little bit of money on? Fuck you, throw it away. I'm not gonna lie, if someone was like that, if someone like threw something of mine away, I would physically throw them away. Like I would stuff them in a trash can. I would definitely, yeah, I'd basically tell them, I'd be like, yeah, you owe me all this money, for throwing away my property. Now, granted, I mean, good luck trying to collect on that, but yeah, you can't just throw away someone's property just because it annoys you. I got a Bosch 1450 bagless jet in black and the brush won't spin, so now I'm running around Colorado trying to find a vacuum shop that can fix it. Take it to Alex's shop, maybe he can fix it. I'm just kidding. He would just tell you to throw it away and buy a Miele. If someone threw something of value away to me, I would fight them. Yeah. I would just throw away a bunch of that person's stuff. Yeah, I get that. I just don't think that's very productive, because then you're kind of stooping to their level. But I get the desire to do that. There was a time when I wanted to drown my ex's PS4. I don't match energy. Yeah, it's not very healthy to do that. So you did the right thing. Alright. Anyways. I see a Cibo Felix. It's a dart. Yeah, it's a Cibo dart. So it's the stripped down version of the Felix. I just got this yesterday, and the video on this is going up tomorrow. And then I'm still figuring out what the next video after that's going to be. Is it going to be a review on the DC-07? Is it going to be a review on the Phantom Lightning? Is it going to be a vlog video where I talk about my history with vacuums? Is it going to be a video where I go through all the vacuums that I recommend you buy in 2023? Or is it going to be the opposite and going over the videos that I want to do in 2023? Those are what I've narrowed it down to. So, yeah. So I'll let you guys decide what you want to see out of all those options I just gave. Whichever we get more things for. I got a thing from YouTube suggesting that I start a podcast, which technically this is anyways, because I don't really do much on the actual video. It's mostly just a podcast, but you just kind of get to stare at my ugly face during the whole exchange. So that's pretty much that. He always let me keep the 3 Phantoms and stuff like that, so he let me actually keep good things. Look, I'm not gonna tell you how to interpret something, but if my fiance said I will let you keep XYZ when it's my stuff, I'd be like, okay, one of the things I'm not keeping is you, so get the fuck out. Which, I mean, technically speaking, if push came to shove, I could do, because even though we're both on lease, I'm the one who pays for the house. So, But who knows? Maybe that might be the reason why, because maybe I have a bit more sway. Because I learned my lesson as far as being in a situation where the other person had all the power. It's not. There needs to be a bit more balance in a relationship. Otherwise, one person's just going to take advantage of it. At least if they're inclined to do so. But plus, I prefer vlog. Plus, I prefer interaction on a live stream than a pre-recorded podcast. No, that's true. That's true. Nothing was just mine. Everything was shared, just like any vacuum there. If he wanted to use it, he could. Just knew what ones couldn't be used. I mean, that's kind of how me and my fiance do it. Like, I used to have, like, he used to have, like, his own vacuum. And that was, and you'll probably, if you've been with the channel for a while, you remember exactly what that machine was. It was initially a Powerlifter swivel pet, and then it was a Power Force Helix Turbo Rewind pet, the version that came out a few years ago. And then it was the Powerlifter bagged pet, and then eventually I just stopped bothering because he never used it. He used it like maybe once or twice. And I thought, whatever. At this point, I trust him enough to where whatever vacuum is the daily driver. Basically, I basically have this, oh, speaking of which, he's coming right back in. Meep.
Meat?
Meep. What'd you get me?
Mountain Dew.
Yay, Mountain Dew. Good choice. Thank you, baby.
You're welcome.
Why do you sound sad?
I'm not sad.
Oh, you just tired?
Yeah.
Okie dokie. Just making sure. You sounded a little sad. Yep, that's Mountain Dew. Ooh, that is horrible. Ooh, that is disgusting. Ew. Ooh, the Mountain Dew is really bad today. Ugh. Ugh. That is disgusting. Anyways. Alright. But yeah, what was I trying to say? But recently it's been the case where, right now my daily driver technically is the Ball Animal 3. So my fiance's been using the Animal 3 whenever we need to vacuum something and I'm not home. Man, that's fine. So usually it's either that or it's the light speed. So basically these machines that have been downstairs. So I do have the Lightning is currently downstairs, but he knows not to use the Lightning or just any Phantom. Because the last time he used... No, it wasn't the Phantom. It was the... It was when I had the Hoover Elite Rewind, the old style Elite Rewind, the one from like 2006, the LG made one. I know he went under the bed with that and sucked up a shirt and broke the belt on it. My daily driver is a Hoover Floormate. Yeah, I guess you do have all bare floors, so yeah, that would make sense. I got a Hoover something the other day. Nice.
The battery is 35% charged. It'll be fully charged in about 3 hours.
I finally... everything mine was his, everything his was mine, even his car, etc. Yeah. See, I'm not that way. I'm not the kind of person where, like, I share everything. Because there are some things where I'm still like, hey, this is mine. Like, vehicles are one of those things. It's like, okay, this is mine. But you can use it. But my whole thing is, I let him use my car. He just has to cover the maintenance and the gas and everything since he's, the one actually using it and putting wear and tear on it. So that was also the same move with the truck, which he ultimately exploded. But, yeah. Wasn't his fault though. I've been using my Panasonic PowerWave daily this month. Ooh. Yeah, I haven't dailied a Panasonic in a while. I might have to do that. So technically I'm still dailying the DC07 in preparation for the full review. And then once I do that, I'm obviously going to start dailying the Cibo Dart. And had I not gotten the Dart, I would have been dailying the Phantom Lightning in preparation for its review, since I just bought a replacement wand and fixed my first Lightning. So now both of my Lightnings work properly without any issues, any mechanical issues at least. Boppo, hello. It's nice to see you again. It's been a while. I'm gonna have to make that curry sometime. My mom had a Bissell 6597. How big is your basement? It's pretty big. It's basically the entire... Well, it's not the entire... Because the basement's not as big as the rest of the house, so it's not like it's the entire length. But it's a decent enough sized basement. It's just kind of full of junk right now, and I need to really clean it up. There's a bunch of like wood and like old doors and shit that the previous owners left behind that we still gotta find a way to get rid of. There's old carpet down there which we need to get rid of because I think there's fleas in it. So my basement does need cleaned pretty badly, but it's a pretty decent sized basement. But I have a workbench set up down there, but I don't use it, which is weird. But at some point I plan on getting it set up. And yeah. Hey yo, sorry I didn't visit the shop last Saturday. I bought a new guitar and wanted to get it home. I bought the Ibanez SR400 EP BDX. Dude, you don't have to apologize for not being at the shop. I assumed you were just busy, that's fine. You're not obligated to talk to me every Saturday that I'm at work. But I do appreciate your company, but you know, it's not required. It is not mandatory. But I do appreciate it. I have the same Blue Shark Navigator lift away. I don't have that lift away anymore. I don't have any. The only sharks I have at the moment are, other than like broken ones that are sitting in the basement that are about to be thrown away. Other than that, I've got the Stratos and the Apexes. So the Blue Apex I'm gonna keep. It's the only shark I plan on keeping long term. And, well, the Stratos is the basement machine. So the Stratos is the vacuum I use to clean the basement, which is not the best idea because it clogs instantly because the basement is super dusty. I can't keep the basement clean. It's just always really dusty. And I just really have to just deep clean it one of these days. I want to do it tomorrow, but I work tomorrow. I guess I theoretically could just not, but eh. But yeah. Have you wanted to try anything from Prolux? I've thought about it, but there isn't really anything that stuck out to me. Powerflight, though, there are some machines from Powerflight I want to try, because Powerflight has a version of the Bissell ProLite that they still produce. It's always out of stock, but I'm pretty sure they still produce it, and I really want to try it. They also have like a current version of the Whirlwind Lightspeed in like the same color scheme as mine, so I'd like to get one. Using the Shark as a beater vac. Yeah, I hate that Stratos. It's such a piece of garbage, so I exclusively use it in the basement where I can just beat the ever-living shit out of it, and when it breaks, I can throw it away. So it's great. It's fantastic. But yeah, and because again, the thing that's great about it is it does do really good on bare floors with that soft roller. So it's a perfect candidate to just, because my basement's not finished anywhere close to it. It's just concrete. So it makes sense to just vacuum the concrete with the Stratus, whatever it's supposed to be. It's very loud, of course, in the basement because it's not insulated, so it's very loud in there. But I've got my earplugs now, so not a big deal. Powerflight, yeah. I don't work ever. I'm in school at 20 years old. Yeah. For some reason, I thought, well, well, I should clarify because I didn't know that Wizard and Andrew were the same person. So Wizard I thought was way younger. I thought you, as in your profile, based on your profile, I thought you were like 14, 15. But then when I talked to you on the phone the other day, I thought you were like 25. I thought you were like 23, maybe 24, like closer to my age. Which, I mean, I guess you are. You're just maybe 2.5 years off. But yeah. I don't know what the point in mentioning that was. Oh. Yes, lol, I'm a special breed of strange. Yeah. Hey, nothing wrong with that. I mean, you seem nice though. I mean, I consider you a friend. I just feel bad about all the shit that's happening. But hey, I don't know if I said this before on the phone, but if you ever need anyone to talk to, like, you know, especially because I'm going to therapy now. I finally have a good therapist. So I feel like I can. I feel like I can talk. I feel like I can kind of talk to people about their problems more often because then I can kind of pass that along to the professional whenever I absorb all the pain because I'm very much an empath. So I love talking to people and helping them out, or at least trying to. But of course, then I get overwhelmed, so then I can just pass it off to them. So if you need anyone to talk to, by all means, feel free to let me know. I got 3 months that I got to be a first responder. So yeah, that's the only new canister plugs came out with responder. Tornado also makes one. Currently in BPD dialect therapy. Oh, okay, that's good. Yes, therapy is very good. I'm just so happy because I finally have health insurance. Oh my god. I've been so stressed out about that. God, this country fucking sucks when it comes to healthcare. And of course you can't do anything about it because if you try to be like, hey, can we have healthcare paid for by our taxes like our neighbors up north? Everyone's like, socialist, 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 socialism, communism, Bernie Sanders, blah. And I'm just like, okay, calm the fuck down. It's fine. Forget I said anything. God. But yeah, so finally have it. It's through the state, but thank goodness. So I feel much better about that, at least. So I miss universal healthcare, but NASA ain't too bad. I'm on my mom's now, lol. Yeah. My dad was literally paying for my health insurance, but then they didn't tell him that it only applies when I'm living with him, even though you can be on your parents' health insurance until you're 26. And I'm still 4 years away from being 26. But they're like, no, we only cover it if your kid's living with you. And he's like, my son hasn't been living with me for 3 years. Are you seriously telling me that I've been paying for health insurance for him for 3 years and he hasn't been able to access it? And that's why he's been having so many issues with it? And they're like, yeah. So he was pissed. Because that's just somehow legal. For some reason. That they can just be like, you live at the wrong place. Even though I literally live down the fucking street. But that's political. We won't get into politics. This Mountain Dew is trash. Awful. Chance. Yes? Sounds like a scam. Oh yeah, health insurance is the biggest scam of this fucking country. Oof, lol, if you ever want me to, I can cook the curry at your place. I got another bag of rice, and healthcare sucks in this country. It's made me scared to go to the doc, and you know where I work. Yeah. Dude, Jesse, you need to stop offering to do shit for me. I mean, I appreciate it. But yeah, no, you don't have to do that. But I do greatly appreciate the hospitable offer. I was gonna say, if you're at my house, I should be the one making you food, since you're the guest. That's usually how it goes. You're ignoring? Did it look like I was ignoring you? I literally said... I literally responded when you said my name. Weird that you have a boyfriend, even though you're a man. What's weird about that? What's weird about that? No, really, what's weird? What's fucking weird about that? You got a problem with that? My MT is very loud. I don't know what MT means. Let's see. What's weird about that, mate? Yeah, what's wrong with it? Is it weird to you because you're perhaps not gay? Cool. Then just you don't do it yourself. Funny how that works. Oh, you don't like the concept of gayness? Then don't be gay. It's that simple. Multitone. Sounds like homophobia, Ivo, not judging you. Hey, I'm not saying it's homophobic. I'm just saying I'm just answering honestly. Like, I'm just asking, like, what's weird about it? Sure, it's not typical, because statistically it's more likely to be the other way. The whole fucking chat just fucking drags them. Drags them! Yes, we are a safe space here on Intelitech Studios. We wave the rainbow flags in solidarity, which I guess technically is politics, but you know what? That's one of the biggest things that pisses me off about politics is when everyone says, "Oh, don't get political." But they only say don't get political when you say something they disagree with. You ever notice that? So if you're talking about something and someone else doesn't agree with it and they want to make it clear they don't agree with it, but they don't want to actually talk about it because they don't have an argument, they'll just say, "Oh, I don't want to talk politics." When what they really mean is, "I don't want to disagree on politics." That's what they're actually saying. Because a lot of people, especially on certain sides of the political spectrum, understand that they don't really have any valid reason for thinking the way that they do and believing things they believe in, because that perspective is not based on reality. You know, we're talking about entire systems that are based on fabrications, like supply side economics. Anyways, so yes, I don't have a boyfriend, I have a fiance. Don't demote them. And yes, I said them in a singular tone, which you are able to do. Because some people argue about that too. It's like, you can't use they unless it's referring to multiple people. Yes, you can. You do it all the time. Anyways. Yes, I do still have the Hoover Air cordless. I've been putting off getting a brush roller for it for literal years. I keep forgetting to, and I need to just do it because I know they're not going to be available forever. Because that's all I need to get for it. That's all I need is a brush roller. And I never get it for some reason. Anyways. That's why I don't know how people are against universal healthcare. Like, our system is worse and it costs more. That's the thing! People always be like, we can't afford universal healthcare because it costs $32 trillion over a 10-year period, or I think that's what the numbers were. I might have the numbers a little bit off. But the point I'm trying to make is that people be like, oh, that's so expensive. But what they don't realize is that if it was a single payer system, now if we're doing a public option, that's a bit different. The numbers are shuffled around a bit differently. But if we're talking about universal healthcare, we're talking about an actual single payer system, then, which to be fair would actually be a little bit more progressive than what Canada and other places do, because Canada's healthcare system still has some form of private insurance, and under my ideal system there still would be some forms of private insurance as well, but not for serious medical things. But if you look at the cost of our current healthcare system as a whole, it's actually more over the same period of time. So it's by definition costs more to do what we do now than if we did a single payer system. This is just objective in the numbers. This is even if you actually look at the data, there was an actual right-wing think tank known as the Heritage Foundation and I think I'm going off memory, so this could be a little bit incorrect, where they actually attempted to debunk the idea of universal healthcare being cheaper. They tried to actually prove that it was more expensive. And even in their exact study that they did, they came to the conclusion that a single payer system is cheaper than the current system. And they were an active right-wing think tank. They were purposefully trying to paint universal healthcare in a negative light, and they were trying to skew the numbers to come to a conclusion that would point to our current healthcare system being cheaper and more affordable as a way to rally against it, and they still failed. They still failed to come up with a result that agreed with their perspective, because their perspective is simply wrong, at least based on the numbers. I'm not going to go after opinions on what system you prefer. That's obviously your interpretation, but based on the numbers, it very clearly points in a certain direction. Now, yes, administering that, going through the changes, trying to get it passed through Congress, that's a whole nother can of worms that we're not going to get into. But just looking at the two situations objectively, that's what the numbers bear out. We all gay here. My spouse is a trans man. Yeah, there's a lot of gay people in the vacuum community. There's a lot of, it's probably an autistic thing, or maybe it's not. I don't know. I'm neutral with LGBTQ. Oh, but no T? I'm bi and I had boyfriends before. Yeah. Okay, I'm legit surprised how many gay/trans vacuum collectors there are. I fully expect us to be autistic ADHD. I mean, you can be autistic, ADHD, and LGBTQ. I'm also bi. Makes me feel comfortable being a fellow vac collector. Yes. I'm straight because I love girls. Hey, that's fair. Girls are fantastic. How many Everstar vacuums do you guys own? I don't own any. I'm pan. Everyone's hot to me. What about battery and charger? Yeah, I have everything for the air cordless. I just don't have a brush roller. Mountain Dew Summer Freeze is coming soon. Ooh, I'm looking forward to trying that. Pitch Black was bomb. It really was. I might be a trans woman. Well, hey. Whatever works for you. People can have their opinions. We're all wrong sometimes. That is true. Nobody's right all the time. Insurance as a whole is a scam. Recently, my dad got into a wreck, and they were going to pay him the absolute minimum for his car to total it out, which could be required for $1,000. That car is a 2020. Yeah. My car got totaled recently, but I only had liability, so they wouldn't pay anything on it. They wouldn't even pay the roadside the towing bill, even though I had roadside assistance on it, at least according to my agent. But they told me that, no, you actually don't have it. You only had it on your other car, the one that didn't get wrecked. It's a scam. It's a scam. And the tow company illegally charged me for a tow after I already signed over the title, which is illegal, but I have no recourse because what am I going to do? They kept my money, and that's it. And I made the mistake of paying with cash, so I have no way of fighting it on my card. I'm going to be touring the country in a few years and go meet other collectors across the country. It would be interesting in a possible meet and greet. I don't know. It really just depends. I wouldn't really want to do a meet and greet like one-on-one. I'd rather do a meet and greet with like a bunch of people, which I know my friend Nathan and a few other friends. I know there's actually, no, I don't think. There's a possibility, but I don't know. Actually, no, I think that was canceled. Never mind. I was going to say, I know there was some people I knew who were going to be doing some sort of meet and greet, but I don't think that ever worked out, so. I know there was the Vacuum Cleaner Collectors Conference in Missouri. I couldn't go last year, and I was really hoping to go this year, but unfortunately it's canceled, which is really unfortunate. I didn't have a way of going last year because my car was having issues, so I clearly wasn't meant to be able to go to it, even though I had a lot of people asking me to go. But it is what it is, because I've always wanted to go to something like that, and it was in Missouri too, so it's like it's like going home for a bit, because I'm from Kansas City, so it was in central Missouri, but still. The one Tom Gasco was in, yeah, Tom Gasco and a few others. I mean, Tom Gasco being the most famous example, but Performance Reviews was there. A few other vacuum collectors and techs were there as well. A few of the ones in the Facebook group were there. The only people I recognized there was Tom and Alex. But there's a few other people as well. Andrew Tate is in jail. Is it your Toyota or Jeep? We don't have a Jeep anymore. No, it was my truck, my Chevy Silverado, which is now no longer a thing, unfortunately. Congratulations for getting 2 of your new vacuums. What model year? My grandpa had a 96 and 94 and an 06 Silverado. Mine was an 02. Yeah, it died because it had an electrical fire. Which sucks because it was literally just in the shop. But I don't think it was the shop's fault because they replaced the gas line and they replaced the brakes. But to my knowledge, they didn't do any work to the electrical, so I don't think it was their fault. But it was frustrating because I had just spent $500 on getting the truck plated and insured. I spent another $500, at the shop to get those 2 issues fixed. And I finally, after I signed the title over at the tow yard, which it wasn't even supposed to be there in the first place because I told them to tow it to my house, but the sheriff told them to tow it to that place. So the sheriff literally forced me to get my car stolen from me and extorted money out of me, which doesn't make you feel good, when you get put in that situation. So it's really frustrating. And I ended up paying $165 for the tow bill, even when I was told on the phone that if I signed the title over, I wouldn't have a tow bill. And they didn't tell me I had to pay until after I signed the title over, which I found out later is extremely illegal. But I paid with cash, so there's no recourse. I can't report them because it doesn't matter if I report them because, again, I was forced to deal with that tow company. So I was deliberately told that I did not have any other choice and that it was happening whether I liked it or not, even though I did not consent to my truck going to that tow company. Because cops don't care. They don't care. It's not their problem. They don't give a shit about it. So, yep. Speaking about cars, I found my new dream car, the Liberty Walk GTR. Yeah. I'm really disappointed. I'm still really disappointed about that. So yeah, I wasted all that money. It literally, everything worked out in exactly the wrong way. Everything worked out, the only good part about the situation was that Riley was okay. Which is definitely the most important thing, obviously. But, yeah, that still sucks. I saw the maintenance video you did recently on the Hoover, and it made me wonder why so many people like bagless. There's nothing convenient about it. I'd rather just change the bag every month or so. I don't necessarily disagree, but in that case, my boss had it because it was literally the one. It was back when they were $50, and to be fair, I was able to completely clean the thing out. I didn't have to put any bags in it, so all I had to do was replace the belt on it. Everything else washed out. So you kind of pay I know some people like Alex will try to say that like you need to replace your filters way more often than you need to, which, if we're being honest, it's just a bullshit tactic to get people to just buy the machines that you're selling at that point. And I mean, Alex knows this. I mean, so many of these people know this. And but granted, you still do need to change the filters, but you don't have to change them every 6 months or every year, like they say. And so, and obviously, you changing the filters, a quarter of the time makes a big difference in terms of running costs. Because they're trying to make the argument that, oh, well, you change the filters as often as you buy a pack of bags, so it works out to be the same price. And it's just it's not true. It's bullshit. That's what it is. And if you take care of your vacuum and you're not abusing it in the way that so many customers do, it's not necessary. You do save money on bagless, but it is also a dirtier process of emptying it, and of course you eventually have to clean out the cyclones. And I don't like mentioning it because then everyone always drags on Alex all the time, and it's a bit annoying. Now, Alex does a lot of stupid things, and he'll be the first to admit it. This is not me ragging on him. He'll be the first to admit it. But okay, maybe not the first, maybe like the third to admit it. But yeah, I mean it's just something where I noticed that it's at least with my usage, it's not always indicative. Like I mentioned to him that it's like, yeah, I've had the Animal 3 for at this point almost a year, and I've never had to clean the filter. And he's like, oh, show me the filter. And I look at it, and it still looks just almost completely white on the inside. And he's like, oh, you have to wash that. And I'm like, it looks fine to me. And he's like, mark my words, if you wash it, a bunch of dirt's going to come out of it. So at some point, I will do a video on maintaining the Ball Animal 3, where I will wash it on camera, and we will see how much dirt is actually in that filter, because I'm curious myself. I know there definitely is dirt in the filter, because I can see the dirt from the cyclones. I can see the dust. Not dirt, but dust. And so I'm sure there's definitely dust in that filter. But those Dyson filters are definitely really good about hiding it. So, which to be fair, even if it's a little bit dirty, like, Dyson says to wash those filters every month, and that's not necessary. And, and especially the idea you have to change the filters like every 2 or 3 months, that's not necessary. Generally, when it comes to the Animal 3, the premotor filter, you're pretty much never going to have to replace, maybe after a decade. And then the postmotor filter, I would say change that every 5 years. I wouldn't suggest washing the postmotor filter. I'd say just change it every 5 years. And that's if you have the Animal 2 or 3. If you have the multi-floor where the filter is a bit smaller and you're using it in still the equivalent of a bigger house, to where you're putting more stuff through it, then I'd say, for that machine every 4 years. But again, the idea is if you have the multi-floor 2 instead of the Animal 2, you probably have a slightly smaller house. And if you do, then that would kind of offset the deficit. But, in my case, I don't think it'd make too much of a difference, because I don't have that much carpeting anyways that I actually vacuum. When I replace the carpet upstairs and move the vacuums into the other room, there will be more space that I vacuum. Alex also has a gigantic house, so he might be a bit skewed, y'all. That is another point, is that Alex has a huge house. Like, props to him. He's very successful in life, and that's not a knock or anything. But he has a huge, and it's a beautiful house. Like, I've seen a lot of his house, and it's gorgeous. I mean, he's clearly got something going right with him, because he's got a beautiful, like, huge house with a lot of storage space, with a huge finished basement, a garage, probably a decent sized yard, and all of that right in one of the biggest, fastest growing cities in the country, or likely the suburbs of said city. And yeah, so I mean, he's got an expensive house, and it's a huge house. So definitely, I mean, for his case, a central vacuum makes perfect sense, and it makes sense why you like central vacuums so much, because for my house, a central vacuum is just overkill. You know, there's really no point in a central vacuum in my house. It wouldn't hurt to have it, but it'd be more hassle than it's worth, at least for me. So, yeah, I mean, obviously the small Dyson Ball Multifloor 2, like the mid-sized machine, is not gonna, you're gonna have to empty it multiple times in a house that big. Especially because I'm pretty sure both his dog and his cat shed a lot faster than mine do. So that also would be a factor as well. So it explains why we have that discrepancy between machines, and it's important to mention that, because just because someone has a different experience with a machine, it doesn't mean they're necessarily lying. It doesn't mean they're not telling the truth. It doesn't mean they're being dishonest. I just think that Alex is incorrect on his assumption, at least if you're going based off of the types of house that most people have, because most people don't have houses that big. It's not the majority of people. The majority of people have a house very similar to mine, where it's a couple bedrooms, maybe 2 or 3, maybe 2 bathrooms, and most people don't even have a basement, but some people have a basement. It depends on where you are in the country. And a lot of people have like condos, or they'll be in an apartment that's set up like a house, but it's still not a single family dwelling. So it's not representative. And I know there's data out there that says what the average house is, and this is partially what I'm basing this off of, but I don't remember the exact numbers off the top of my head. So it's important to remember that when you're talking about what vacuums sell well. A lot of people have small houses. That's why Sharks sell so well, because a lot of people have houses that are small enough that those very short cleaner heads don't bother people. And when I think of some of my family members that have way nicer, bigger houses than I do, I'm surprised that, I'm surprised that that with how big of a house they do have, that they tolerate their Shark, because, it's, you have to make many more passes. But it kind of makes the point that I'm making, where, it's, at least that path is getting clean because the suction's more concentrated. Maybe not on a Shark with Duo Clean, but on some of the other units, yes. What was my point in mentioning all this? I don't know. But we will see if he was right whenever I do wash the filter in that Ball Animal 3 to see how much crap actually comes out of it. I'm going to bet there is going to be some dirty water, but it's not going to be super bad. That's my prediction, at least. Having said that, as better as bagged is, I don't think bagless is inherently as bad as a lot of people say. Yeah, people will say that bagless is like... One thing that does frustrate me about Alex is when he doesn't like a vacuum, he just pretends it doesn't exist, which look, I get it, but when you're trying to reference the way that the industry is in terms of what vacuums are on the market, you can't ignore what the majority of people are buying, because you live in this bubble where everybody buys expensive $800,000, $900,000 machines because you live in a more high income area. That does not mean, just because you have a lot of people buying Sebos and Milas and Lindhouses at your store, does not mean that's representative of the majority of the people buying vacuums today, because it's just not. Sebo, which is unfortunate because they're really good vacuums, Sebo does not exist in department stores. And as much as people say that's a good thing because all the department store vacuums are trash, that hurts Sebo because they're not getting the exposure that they need. There's a reason why Miele is more popular than Sebo. More people know about Miele because they show up in some retail locations. Because the majority of people are not buying machines from vacuum shops. It's just the reality. The majority of people are buying their machines either on Amazon or they're buying them from whatever local store they go to, be it Walmart, Target, maybe Bed Bath & Beyond, maybe Best Buy. And that's just the reality. And I know there's numbers on this somewhere. I just don't know where those numbers are, because I'd love to actually see the numbers on this. I'm sure manufacturers have these statistics, they just don't put them public. So I'd be very fascinated to talk with an actual industry insider to see if we could get concrete answers on some of this stuff and what the actual hard numbers are. Because anecdotally, I definitely see a big split and a big disconnect between what vacuum repair techs see and what normal consumers see. They're very different universes, and there's very little overlap unless a consumer walks into a vacuum shop and is like, "Ooh, what's this?" But yeah, all right, gotta go. All right, I'll see you later, CS8. From my dad's accident, my stepmom was riding passenger and she broke her arm because the airbag deployed. Oh, that's not good. Ooh. Getting a bad vacuum, I totally see why everyone knows vacuums recommend them so much. Yeah. My Ford dream cars is an 92-93 Fox body Ford Mustang. When I got a Dyson or any other bagless, I have to take it all apart and clean it thoroughly, which I don't usually mind. All this meal, I just got new bags and that's it. Alright, gotta go. Especially with HEPA bags, they last longer. Yeah. I am not getting a diesel truck. I'm not getting a truck at all. Yeah. The owner of the vacuum store once told me the bagless units have a higher running cost because they draw more voltage due to the motor straining against a clogged filter. That's definitely an interesting perspective to have. I never really thought about it that way. But, I mean, I'm sure he's talking about, like, because the fact is that the vast majority of people run their vacuums while they're broken. Like, you know. Yeah. Oh, God. Anyone remember vacuum facts? Yeah. If one had an underground storm shelter, could they plug in a Shark or a Henry vacuum to a battery-powered generator and vacuum it out? Theoretically, yes. Talk to the head of SIBO USA. I would love to. I don't know how I would, but I would love to. I actually watched Alex's interview with Lenny, I forgot what his exact position was, but he was one of the techs at SIBO, or I guess there still is, and he seems like a great guy. I would love to talk to somebody that's a higher up at one of these companies, and ideally all of them actually, and get some answers as far as how they're running their brand and how exactly they plan on addressing some of the shortcomings of their company. So that's definitely something I'd be very interested in. I definitely have an interest in interviewing more people, but I don't think that's likely to happen anytime soon. Woo, apartment life, cries an American dystopia. Yeah. God. Your roommate's vacuum is so trash. It's like covered. His powerful Helix is like covered in that garbage carpet fresh stuff. And he's like, it works. I'm like, it doesn't. Your vacuum is clearly broken. And he's like, oh no, it works. And I'm just like, okay, whatever. I would definitely say, Boppo, I would say get yourself an air purifier for your room. So that way some of that dust isn't hurting too much. Because, yeah, that dust is actually, that stuff is, that carpet fresh stuff is very dangerous, and you don't want to actually use that because it's, that stuff is very, very, very bad for your lungs. Like, very bad. And you don't want to be breathing that stuff in. You really don't. Bro. Carpet powder, the vacuum equivalent to cocaine. Yeah. Yep. Ugh. SIBO Dart. This thing is so friggin' heavy. Could you vacuum with a 3522-5 in the next or few videos? I mean, I could. I've got some other videos I'm trying to do first, but I suppose I could. Have I've vacuumed with that vacuum before, haven't I? Do you have a SIBO Felix? No, I just have a Dart, which is what this is. This is the lower end version of the Felix. So it's the newer stripped down version of the Felix. I will eventually get a Felix. I'm trying to get a Felix in that dark blue color that's really nice. That just came out. I'd love to get one of those, but yeah, probably not going to happen. I wish a lot of these brands had like reviewer programs where you could apply to get a machine to review, because I'd be so down. And honestly, with a company like Cibo, they really need it. How much is the Dart? The Dart is $550 brand new. I got mine secondhand because Nathan bought it brand new like a year ago, I want to say, and he said he only used it a handful of times because he has a Felix. So he sold me this Dart for $280 shipped. So it was $250 plus $30 shipping. So, but yeah, and it came with a upholstery tool, a dusting brush. When you buy them brand new, they come with the by default they come with a crevice tool and either the upholstery or the brush. I think they used to come with a crevice tool and the upholstery, and now they come with a crevice tool and the dusting brush, I think. So you have to buy one of these other ones separately. But Nathan only included the dusting brush and the upholstery, which actually works out in my case because my X5 that I sold only had the crevice tool with it, and I kept the crevice tool, so I've got all three. Of course, I could also steal them off of my G1, but I don't want to do that. Although, in the case of this, I think the white attachments would match the vacuum a lot better than these dark gray ones, which don't match the machine at all. So, I mean, it matches the clip, but that's about it. So, but yeah, all the attachments for these are dark gray now anyways. So yeah. I'm pretty sure I have mice because I hear something crawling around in my closet over there. But I don't see anything. But I definitely hear it. But it's also in a spot where my rat terrier or my cat can't get to it, which I guess explains why they're over there. I wish the Felix Fun was still being made. Yeah. I would probably get an air purifier, but I feel like he would get offended because of how much he smokes. I mean, in my opinion, your lung health is more important than his fifis, so I would say definitely get one. The one I have, they sell at Walmart brand new, and it's like $40, and it's really good. And the filters are not too expensive. You only have to replace them like every 6 months, so it makes a big difference. It has multiple settings too, so you can have it as quiet or as loud as you want. I wish the Felix Fun was still being made. Yeah, I do like that color, but yeah, I definitely want to get the dark blue Felix Premium that most recently came out, because that's my favorite color out of all of them. My second favorite color is the Fun, and my third favorite color is the white, then the black, and then the red. Of course, I wouldn't get the white one because then it'd be really easy to confuse it with the Dart, because the Dart only comes in white. So it's the basic bitch white. But yeah, I'm a really big fan of the Dart so far. I don't like how heavy the machine is in the hand, but I assumed that was going to be the case because of the way that it's designed in terms of the motor sitting above, like similar to a Shark. So, but yeah, I'm definitely a fan of it. Ooh, yeah, my cat scratched me really bad yesterday, and the plug just dug right into it, so ooh, that hurt really bad. But yeah, the Fun and the Classic. But the super light cordless, that's really expensive. I have an R40. I do want to get a Riccar R40, or not R40, R25, whatever the new one is. That's lightweight. Can you text me what the air purifier is called or link it? I'll send you a link to it. Actually, here's what I'll do. I will get that Amazon affiliate link with the air purifier, and then I'll send you that link. But yeah, I think it's 10:52, so I think I'm gonna wrap this up at  11. So that's pretty much that. The R40 is $15.99. Yeah, I'm not buying that. I'm not buying that one bit. Not even close. That's not worth it. All right, where's Amazon? Let's see. Filtrete. Air purifier. Wait, do they even have the one that I have on Amazon? I don't know if they do. I might just send you the Walmart link then. And I'll do that later. It's American made. Is it still? I thought they were made in China now. I tested the voltage theory by running a Dyson welding to voltmeter and with and without the dustbin filter. It took 320 more watts to run with the filter than without. Huh. That's interesting. Would that make a significant enough difference? I don't know. I'd say run the test again, but this time with a bagged vacuum and run one with an empty bag in it and then run it with a full bag in it and see if that makes a difference. I'm going to guess it won't make as much difference as with the filter, but it'll probably still be a difference. The R25s are made in China. Ah, damn it. That's the one I wanted. Oh well. Everything's made in China nowadays. Alrighty. I thought the DC-25 had a 12 amp motor. Mine's 11. Yeah, they're 11. R40 is made in the USA. Okay, so just the expensive one. So if you want something made in the US, you have to pay literally 3 times the price. That's great. That's fantastic. Taconi's newer stuff are kind of mid besides the Tandem Air uprights. Is mid like a slang term for mediocre? Because I've heard that before, but I don't know what that means. I assume mid, like mid-range, middle of the road. Hose. Little hose right there. With an upholstery tool. Upholstery tool. An upholstery tool. But that brush roll can burn your carpet up. Which brush roll can? The Sebo? I don't think the Sebo will tear up carpet. The DC-17 I know tore up carpets. There we go. Dyson asked me for a receipt when registering my DC-25 under my name. Oh, is Dyson getting shitty? Ugh, not a fan of that. Oh, the microphone's blocking the vacuum. It's the upholstery tool, and that goes right there. Right there. That's the bag cover. How's the blueprint? It's still shit. I have not touched it since I got it. If I can't find a blueprint head, I'm probably just going to give up and sell it. There's a cord hook that you can swivel. Do, 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 do. I think I found a head. Mm, 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 mm. Do 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 do. Do do do. Do do do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do. It's a car that burns carpet. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I don't know if you'll be able to get off of work. No worries if you can't, but I have a bass recital around May 1st to 4th at the train station. Oh, that's cool. I probably could take off work. I don't see why not. I don't know what date or time we'll be playing exactly. Teacher doesn't either. Oh, well, we'll see how it goes. We'll see. Chord. It's a chord. There's no date code on the chord. 125 volt. Do 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 do. Alrighty. If anyone has any final questions they want to talk about before I go ahead and sign off, let me know. And that is all right. So, I think that should be pretty much it as far as that. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream, and if you did, be sure to drop a like on it. And if you didn't, well, there's a button for that too. So anyways, this is Intellitech Studios signing out. Good night, Jesse. I hope to see you soon. But if not, no worries. And I'll see you guys in the next video. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. I'm going to send you a link for the Blueprint Power and a messenger. Awesome, thank you. What kind of truck did you have? I had a 2002 Silverado. It's gone now. Anyways, this is Intellitech Studios signing out. I'll see you guys in the next video, and I hope you all have a good one. Peace. There will be a poll going up very soon on what video you want to see next after the unboxing for the Dart goes up, so be sure to vote in that poll. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video, and I hope you all have a good one. I followed you on Facebook as Gina Sykes, so I can sell you the Dyson. It's my mom's account. Oh, okay. Alrighty, I'll see you guys in the next video, and I hope you all have a good one. Peace.